I'm sure you cannot forget the violent and brutal face-off between Frank Castle and friend-turned-foe Billy Russo in the season 1 finale of The Punisher. Spoiler alert, and a warning, this next clip is graphic. Yeah, that's the stuff of nightmares right there. This gruesome ending set the stage for season 2, Russo's return as the iconic and frightening enemy of the Punisher, Jigsaw. Here's some background on the villain before you binge watch. A mafia hitman who was horribly scarred after an altercation with Frank Castle, Billy Russo becomes Jigsaw, one of the Punisher's greatest foes. Yep, you got it. His name comes from the jigsaw-like assemblage of scars on his face. The Punisher let Russo live as a message to the criminal underworld, but it was an act that he would regret, as Jigsaw would become a constant thorn in his side. Jigsaw has no true metahuman powers, but he does have an almost superhuman ability to cheat death and survive what should be fatal run-ins with the Punisher time and time again. He's a highly accomplished killer who is an expert with various weapons, and over the years, he has trained himself to be Frank Castle's physical equal, sometimes going so far as to wear distorted versions of the Punisher costume. He's also a brilliant tactician whose off-kilter personality and deranged mind often allows him to outsmart Frank. Jigsaw made his Marvel debut in 1976's The Amazing Spider-Man number 162, not long after the Punisher himself first appeared, in a time before Frank Castle even had his own solo comic. However, it was not until the 1994 miniseries Punisher Year One that Billy Russo's origin story was fully established. A mafia hitman from a broken home who prides himself on his handsome appearance, Jigsaw never quite recovers from the day when Frank Castle threw him face first through a plate glass window. As in the Netflix series, this came about because Russo was tasked with covering up loose ends relating to the massacre that wiped out Frank's family. Still, Russo survived and rose to the criminal ranks despite, or perhaps because of, his horribly disfigured face and deranged personality, becoming one of the most powerful members of New York's criminal underworld. And yet, his only true joy in life is tormenting the Punisher. This differs from the Netflix show, where actor Ben Barnes plays Russo, an old war buddy of Frank Castle's. Billy was basically a part of Frank's family, like an uncle to his children. But that all takes a dark turn when it's revealed that Billy knew the government was going to kill Frank's family and did nothing, only worried about his own survival and personal success. Jigsaw remains a recurring player in the Punisher franchise to this day. He also frequently clashes with Spider-Man, even breaking the wall crawler's arm once. Jigsaw has actually been killed by the Punisher multiple times, but each time Marvel's writers find a way, supernatural or otherwise, of bringing the character back into play. Eventually, Billy's son Henry was introduced. He actually wants to aid Frank Castle and is drawn into the never-ending feud between Jigsaw and Punisher. And Jigsaw has partnered with Stuart Clark, another villain who briefly fought alongside the Punisher, to form a tag team duo called the Jigsaw Brothers. Given his violent, sadistic personality and hideous visage, Jigsaw's not exactly a prime candidate for Marvel's various animated series. He was originally slated to appear as the main villain in the sequel to 2004's Punisher movie before that project was canceled. The 2005 Punisher video game offers some idea of how that might have played out, pulling some story elements from the aborted sequel. He's popped up in a few other games too, and Jigsaw did get his chance on the big screen with 2008's Punisher Warzone, where he was played by Dominic West. But we're excited to see the latest take on Jigsaw in Season 2 of The Punisher. What do you think of the Marvel Netflix version of the character? Tell us in the comments section, and don't forget to check out our explainer on Mysterio and Cheetah. And as always, be sure to follow and subscribe to IGN wherever you like to watch.